Hello everyone, and welcome back. I'm DJR. This is the Talos Principles Road to Gehenna. Still looking for a star in world number 1. I have no idea where it is. So, I'm going to start looking in the puzzles one by one. If I don't find it in a reasonable time frame, I'll probably drop this episode completely. Oh yeah, last episode I found this bowling ball, but I don't think that's useful. So there was a star up there, but I've got that. I wonder if it's worth revisiting all the places where I know that there was a star. No, don't do that. Just to check that I didn't somehow lose the star. I don't know. Where's the... oh yeah, it's up here. You know, just on the off chance that maybe I had to reset or something and forgot. Probably won't be saying much until I find something. So I'm pretty sure this is where the star was. Past tense, because it's not here now. I've actually never come along this bit before, so maybe there's something here. Let me say that again. Maybe there's something here, maybe there isn't. Oops. Oh well. I don't think there would be anything there anyway. Can't completely rule it out. I don't think I can actually get up here. Oh, maybe I can. Oops. Okay, well I'll just go along here, it'll be easier. Why can't I jump across there? Can I have my guided jump, please? Kinda need that. Yeah, that's what I thought might happen. Oh my god. So last time when I broke the box out, I went all the way around. I didn't realise the puzzle's just over here. Oh dear. Maybe I never looked around properly out here. Right around this side of this puzzle. So there was a star. I think it was up on top of this gatehouse. I can't tell for sure that it's not there now. So maybe I should take a look. Oh, where am I going? You'll have to excuse the running. Oh no, I wanted red. I mean, I wanted blue. No, it's over here. Oops. Oh, I might need to bootstrap it actually. I've got a feeling. Actually, I think it was the red one I need up there. Maybe. Oops. Well, I guess we'll find out. Oh. Oh no, I'm not done. Oh, why was it not on the box? That's annoying. Where's the box? Oh dear. Thankfully the right click means I don't have to go and set everything up all over again. That's why I just hid this behind the wall. You know what? I missed a step. Yes, it is blue. Good. I'm going to do all this and I'm going to get up there and I'm going to find that I've already got the star. Yeah, it's not there. Oh well, it's worth double checking. So that's 2 known star locations that I've checked. Trying to remember what the other known star locations are. In theory there's only one other, because otherwise I do in fact know where all the stars are. This was Swapper, so that's not it. Through a window. I looked in this one quite extensively last episode, I think. I don't know what's over that wall. Maybe that's the concave bit. I've looked around, all around out here quite thoroughly. That was when I found the green man. Now there was a star in here, over there, which it looks like I've got. I spent quite a bit of time trying to get over this wall, not entirely convinced that there isn't something in there, but I failed to get in there and the graphics are a bit glitchy and I just can't see anything in there, so I'm thinking that that's not right. But that leaves me at a loss as to where the star could be. Yeah, there's no end to that area from out here, I don't think. So that leaves me with using the box to try and jump over some bits of wall, maybe. Let me go get my box. Where is it? Could get the other box out as well, but 2 boxes is not very much more useful than 1 box. 3 boxes is very useful, but unless you've got oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Unless you've got a higher place from which to get on top of a 2-box high tower, 2 boxes are just not useful. Like, not for jumping over things anyway. That looks like part of the swapper again, doesn't it? It can't be though, because I haven't gone round far enough, surely. I'm looking for low walls that I might be able to jump over with my 1 box. I think that's through a window. Oh, hello. These rocks aren't there. Can't use those to gain height. Too high. These rocks aren't also there. Can't use them to gain height. Far too high. This looks like the swapper. To be honest, getting over this wall's probably not very helpful anyway. What I'm going to do, break a second box in, but I have no idea. I don't think there's any point to doing that, so. Every time I always forget to put my phone on silent. Oh dear. No. I think I'm going to have to admit defeat for the moment on this star. I have no ideas. Let's move on. Spent enough time here. Oh, what happened there? That wasn't what I wanted. Right. Let's find world number 2. I'm a little bit worried that if I spend too much time going between worlds, this outside world's just going to get destroyed. Which would suck. Hang on a minute. I was just wondering if that was some kind of clue. Oh no, it's over here. I saw it. Thought maybe the Muriel might be some kind of clue. I don't know. Okay, well, let's give it a go. So we've got 2 puzzles and 2 stars to get. and at least at least one of the puzzles in this area I've broken, and based on what LB said this morning, I think I might actually have broken that one as well. I have no idea what the correct solution for either of those is. So one of the puzzles that I haven't done is Crater. The other one is this one, Bunny Hop. I have had a go at both of them. This one I lost the recording of what I was having a go when I was messing around trying it, and I didn't bother re-recording my failure. But let's take a look. Well, that isn't helpful, is it? It's going to be something like I need to be on top of these two boxes and then float them. It's got to be something like that. I just have no idea how to actually achieve that. Because these slits are too narrow for me to put the connector down beside the box. Even if I was able to get it a lot closer than that, which probably not, because the game's not going to let me. But even if that were possible, it wouldn't work anyway. Although that apparently sort of works. The other phone's got to be used for something. The fact that I can jump up there from here suggests to me that jumping on the boxes before they're floated is perhaps not correct. Otherwise, why would this fan even exist? So maybe that's not right. Oops. I didn't actually connect it. It's useful. Well, that helped in no way. Oh, hang on a minute. Oops. Now, I've just noticed I can actually come in here. Which, in itself, is interesting. Why would I need to come in here? Unless this is just in case I'm an idiot and walk over the wall. Which is possible. And to be fair, I can be an idiot at times, so... Now, I don't think I can get to the blue one. Oh, hang on. No. I don't think that's going to work either. Oh, it's too steep. I just saw that pillar from outside and I thought, oh, I wonder if I could break something in. But it's far too steep. Hey, you up there, Mr. Friend. Do you know how to do it? I wish it would stop freezing up like that. I thought maybe if I could grab it quickly. Oops. What on earth happened there? See, I definitely feel like that would be high enough. If I could somehow be on that box. That was weird. Did you see that? You put it too close to the fan and it gets blown away. Oh, I was trying to grab the connector, but it wouldn't let me. Why did I left click when it was already connected? Idiot. Ah! That's new. I wasn't able to do that before. Interesting. Ah, wrecked the other one. Oh, what I should have done was run over here and block them both. That might just about give me enough time. Turned run back on because I think I'm actually going to need it in a moment. I think it might be required. Yeah! Yes! I've done it! Ah, that was hard. Hello, spider. Goodbye, spider. Oh, it's the keys. I saw something flashing over there. And I thought maybe it was a receiver or an emitter. And that getting one of the connectors up here might somehow be helpful. But it's just just the keys. Okay, so we have some new stuff. Check threads. The asset. We are losing public opinion. Most of our number have been extricated. We are losing Gehenna. When he came to my home, I found myself powerless to resist. Do you mean you lacked the will to refuse, or that Uriel exerted some other power over you? Hard to confirm. It felt as it does to be led into battle. It mattered not what my personal beliefs were at the time. I only knew I must comply. It is yet possible that with enough support we might change Uriel's mind, or otherwise overcome whatever power he wields over us. I will continue to do what I can. Is the asset deployed? LAM is set to auto-respond to destabilizing comments and upvote supportive content. Have the program undermine Uriel directly. I don't want to take any chances. They do know I can read this, don't they? Surely they know that. I'm just a little bit worried. It feels like they're so desperate to not lose their forum that they're afraid to get released. I don't know, it seems a bit weird. The end of Gehenna is getting close. You know that what we built here matters to me in ways that are just too complicated to fit in a post. But perhaps I can say it like the blacksmith does, by creating the world. It's not as big or as detailed as I wanted it to be, but I like the thought that even though I will probably be no more than a memory, a static set of facts about someone who once existed, this little piece of interactive fiction might continue to be functional even in whatever place our memories will soon ascend to. Maybe someone someday will play it and get a glimpse of who we were, but mainly I made it for you, all of you. It's too late for praise or feedback or discussion, so I'm locking this thread. But if you want to talk, just talk. Then let's talk while we still can. Close your eyes. Oh, do I want to be a poet, a farmer, a magician, a physician, or a scientist? Well, there's no contest for me. You're in the Temple of the Owl, the greatest scientific institution in fair Atlantis, pursuing your work in discovering the secret laws of the cosmos. Your latest experiment is about to begin. Do the 5 different characters get completely different stories? It'd be interesting to know. The gears of the machine you've built begin to turn. Water flows. The ether rises. I'm not familiar with that word. It seems to be functioning. Perhaps now you will gain an insight into the true nature of reality. Suddenly, a blinding light appears within your machine. Take a step back, startled. What's this? I feel like if I've built something and it does something unexpected, I'm going to hit the off button straight away. Okay, fine. Alright, I'll approach the light. You step closer to the machine and look into the light. You can't help it, it's hypnotic. There's something in the light. It's a city. You can see a city. A great city all aglow in the night. A city called... A voice speaks behind you, and as it does, the machine suddenly shuts down. Excuse me, Professor, but the King of Atlantis has requested your presence. The messenger is indeed a servant of... I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name. The King of Atlantis. You have been summoned to court, he says. His manner is friendly. Very well, it is the king, after all. I'm sorry, the messenger says, but I may not tell you. Let me reassure you, however, that you are not to be punished or anything of the sort. The king merely wishes to hear your wisdom as regards an important matter. We should not tarry. I'm guessing tarry means delay. The messenger takes you to his chariot, and together you swiftly ride to the great palace in the centre of the capital. It is a splendid palace, full of statues and banners and marvellous contraptions. And you can't help but wonder what you are doing here. While your work is valuable in its way, you do not usually attract the attention of kings. You enter the throne room and are immediately overwhelmed by its size and splendour. Its most impressive feature is a great mosaic on the wall behind the throne, showing the history of Atlantis. 1,000 years of culture somehow embodied in a single titanic work work of art. A mosaic on the wall. Okay. The sheer amount of work this must have taken. Every stone carefully selected for shape and colour, placed perfectly to complement the others. So many small elements working together to evoke a larger whole. What an accomplishment, and what dedication it must have taken. Welcome, friend, the King of Atlantis greets you. No, do not bow, my friend. It is through science that we built Atlantis. You are as much its king as I. That is why I have called you here. Your scientific understanding of the natural world is needed. You read the scroll with growing horror, because you know that what you are reading is true. The calculations are correct, the numbers add up, the truth is unavoidable. Atlantis is sinking. Not someday, not in the far future, but soon. Terribly soon. I was afraid of this, he says, but I had hoped you were wrong. We were wrong. But somehow, but it is pointless. What is. This is the world we were born into, and that is what we must accept. The end of Atlantis is upon us. Tell me, what is the heart of Atlantis? The king inquires. Knowledge. Gotta be knowledge. The heart of Atlantis is our knowledge of the cosmic laws, you say. Without it, we could have achieved nothing. The king walks to the window and looks outside at the glory of the city. Then it is that knowledge that must be saved, and you will help save it. There is not much time. The sages discovered our fate only this morning, and they are certain the final earthquake is nearly at hand. If there had been more time. He stares out the window wistfully for a few moments, then gathers himself. There is no time for what-ifs, I'm afraid. Let me read that again. There is no time for what-ifs, I'm afraid. Here, take this, the king's golden scepter. The sailors will obey you. Yeah, why me indeed? Why not you? Why a king and not any other citizen? As I said before, you possess more wisdom than I, who was made king only because of my birth. Oh dear. I am not a lord, my friend. I do not believe I am even a king. I am simply another mortal trying to find meaning in a different cosmos. My final act, perhaps the only true choice I ever made, was to select you for this task. My time is over, you must go now. Escorted by the same messenger who brought you here, you head for the harbour. Well, I guess time is of the essence, so let's do it. Get on the chariot and thunder down the streets. No time to think about anything else now. It's all entirely unreal. Everything you have known is about to sink under the waves, but you must focus on what has to be done. That's the simple truth. All that matters right now is survival. Not your own, but of at least some part of Atlantis. The earth rumbles and you are going too quickly. The chariot spins out of control and you are thrown into the street. The messenger lands next to you. The messenger seems badly injured and dazed. He tries to get up but falls down immediately, screaming in agony. You don't know how to help him. You call for help and some people in a nearby tavern hear you and come running. You tell them to get the messenger to a physician. Even as you say the words, you wonder, what's the point? Both the messenger and these men will be dead soon. Yet it feels wrong to treat them as if they were already so. Hurrying as much as possible, you arrive in the harbour. 12 great ships are waiting. Their captains see the golden scepter you carry and kneel before you. They have tears in their eyes, but you sense their determination. You speak briefly but with great conviction, telling the captains how important their task is. If they fail now, it was all for nothing. If they succeed, they will save the heart of Atlantis. The people of Atlantis are lost, one way or another, but perhaps their insights into the nature of the cosmos can be saved. Perhaps they can be their final gift to the world, so that others can continue seeking the truth from where the Atlanteans left off. Or at least you hope so. A sailor walks up to you. "I must ask you something," he says. "We understand why it is important to save these documents, but many of us have families here in the harbour. Please allow us to save them, even if it means we can take fewer books." Yeah, see, now that's a difficult one, isn't it? Because I could betray what I've already said to the king, or I could save people. I'm going to save the people. Oops, oh, that was the wrong option. That wasn't the one I meant to click. Oh well. You speak of the importance of knowledge of the greater necessities surrounding this situation, but they regard you with hatred nonetheless. You have condemned their families to death. Some leave and do not return. The ships are loaded with books. Have you betrayed the cause of humanity or defended it? You are uncertain. The ground shakes more and more. I'm a bit annoyed that wasn't the option I wanted. "The ships are ready," one of the captains said. "It is time to leave." You look back at the city and wonder what happened to the messenger. Where will he be when the waters come? Will he be in pain? Will he feel betrayed? The time has come. You set sail away from Atlantis, away from everything you've ever known. The city seems quiet, at peace. Maybe you're the one who's dying. The island has almost faded completely from view when the earthquake strikes. The land seems to crumble and vanish under the water, a whole world disappearing as if it had never existed. Within minutes, no trace remains of Atlantis except the 12 ships and the choices you made. Days pass, terrible waves shake the ship, but these are the best ships in the Atlantean fleet, and they do not sink. In time you pass between two great rocky outcroppings into an area of calmer sea. One day you come upon a beautiful fertile land where a mighty river flows into the sea. You decide this would be a good place to settle, if only for now. As you look at your new home, you suddenly remember the city you saw in the mysterious light in your machine. And you suddenly remember this. Hang on. As you look at your new home, you suddenly remember the city you saw in the mysterious light in your machine, and you're certain that this is the city that will stand here, the city that will rise from the remnants of Atlantis, a city that will endure until long after you are gone. And on another day, that city too will come to an end, like Atlantis, but perhaps the citizens of that city will be prepared, and will have been granted insights into the cosmos that the scientists of your time had not yet discovered, and they will fly away into the sky in their ships with painted sails, and the legacy of Atlantis will live forever among the stars. You can hope. So let's say this is really happening, we're really getting out of this world. I won't believe it till I see it. Let's say some part of us survives the trip. Where are we going? I think there's a lot to suggest that all the text Mr. Mulciber has been reading are actually part of an elaborate hoax. What? What texts? Don't remember that. Oh, maybe he's talking about the outside world, maybe. Okay. To what purpose, I don't know, but there are just too many inconsistencies and contradictions for it to be true. Someone's trying to confuse us. The outside world is within us. Yeah, that's helpful, Belial. Rockwell, I don't know. I don't think contradictions mean the outside world isn't real. I can see plenty of contradictions right here. As long as we get out of here, I don't really care. So that thought that the important thing was to have did not know the important thing is to be. The true perfection lies some numbers, some foreign looking stuff. Definitely some foreign stuff. Not in what man has, but in what man is. Yeah, I don't know. Some of that looks like it's either Spanish or like Hispanic. Maybe Portuguese, I don't know. But some of it doesn't look like that. I'm not sure if it might be French. Although, no, El Arbol. El is definitely Spanish. Don't know. Okay, so this seems like a good place to end the episode. It has been 50 minutes long, so I do apologise for that. Hopefully you've enjoyed it though. I don't think there's a star in here, so let's not worry about that. So next episode I'll have another crack, I think, at Crater. I just don't have a clue. I did something LB said in one of his episodes, revealed something to me, but fortunately I've forgotten it. So whatever it was that kind of gave the game away, I don't even remember. So yeah, so next episode I'll have another crack at Crater. See you there, but for now, goodbye.